काली काली हे परमेश्वरी सर्वानंद करे देवी नारायणी नमोस्तुते। ओम काली महाकाली काली हे परमेश्वरी सर्वानंद करे देवी नारायणी नमोस्तुते। ओम काली महाकाली काली हे परमेश्वरी सर्वानंद करे देवी नारायणी नमोस्तुते। ओम काली महाकाली काली हे परमेश्वरी सर्वानंद करे देवी नारायणी नमोस्तुते। ओम काली महाकाली काली हे परमेश्वरी सर्वानंद करे देवी नारायणी नमोस्तुते। ओम काली महाकाली काली हे परमेश्वरी सर्वानंद करे देवी नारायणी नमोस्तुते। ओम काली महाकाली काली हे परमेश्वरी सर्वानंद करे देवी नारायणी नमोस्तुते। ओम काली महाकाली काली हे परमेश्वरी सर्वानंद करे देवी नारायणी नमोस्तुते। ओम काली महाकाली काली हे परमेश्वरी सर्वानंद करे देवी नारायणी नमोस्तुते। ओम काली महाकाली काली हे परमेश्वरी सर्वानंद करे देवी नारायणी नमोस्तुते। ओम काली महाकाली काली हे परमेश्वरी सर्वानंद करे देवी नारायणी नमोस्तुते। ओम काली महाकाली काली हे परमेश्वरी सर्वानंद करे देवी नारायणी नमोस्तुते।
Hello. Good afternoon, guys. This is a very impromptu show. And I want to come and talk to you guys real quick because, you know, I think that when a spiritualist has went to a certain level, they forget that there are people still that are looking for guidance that are at a level below yours, and you're supposed to be a spirit guide. You're supposed to be, and you're supposed to be guiding them. Okay. If you are somebody that has just decided that curses and stuff like that doesn't exist, then do that for you. In the meantime, you're going to stop or possibly miseducate people from getting the proper stuff that they need. So y'all, let me just first off by saying y'all need to take everything that a lot of these people on YouTube say with a grain of salt. Okay, a lot of them have their own agenda. I know for a fact that there was a group of spiritualists that paid and hired people to try to bring my business down, to try to bring me down. And these are things that they do, you know, little scenarios that they set up. They're the moon card. Okay, most of them is doing so much dirt they can't even sleep at night. Never trust a witch or a spiritualist that says that a curse isn't real. You can sit up there and try to raise your vibrations all day and night, but if it's a contract out on you, and see, I feel like a lot of spiritualists need to quit speaking on stuff that they're not experts in. If you don't know what you're talking about, then you need to stop making these generalized statements. Okay. And I feel like a lot of this stuff that some of these spiritualists say and do is just to take a dig at another spiritualist. Because, you know, first of all, spiritual work is not about looking pretty. Okay, yeah, there's witches or spiritualists that are very beautiful, but this stuff is not always going to be pretty. Okay, and there are a lot of you that do have curses on you and sitting up there raising up your vibrations. Okay, raise up your vibrations. You're still going to have to go down to where that curse is, because that's why they call it a root when somebody puts a root on you. Okay, we don't want to be in denial. And there are a lot of people that are in denial. I don't care if you got a husband and you and your husband got a 5-car garage and a pool. You can still have a curse on you. So we're not going to sit up here and make it seem like folks that got money or any kind of privilege, like y'all just, that's called being in denial. Because you can say whatever you want to say and pretend that everything is wonderful, but that's what we're just doing, pretending. There's no truth. So if a spiritualist is going to tell you that a curse isn't real, what else are they going to tell you? That the moon isn't real? That the sun isn't real? You know, everybody has their right to their own belief systems. Everybody does. But you know what? What I can see and feel and smell and touch is real to me. So, you know, there's people that have other ideas. They, you know, and everybody's entitled to their own opinion. But I just feel as though it's kind of weird, you know, right after a spiritualist launches a new hex remover, that another spiritualist would say, oh, well, that person is just low vibrational anyway. Excuse me, that's what a curse is. That doesn't mean that the curse makes your whole life. Some of y'all got the Jezebel curse on y'all. Some of y'all got the curse of patriarchy. Those are things that I named them at. It's a hex. Now, let me show you guys what is a curse, okay? And I do have my Missouri GED transcripts if anybody needs to check and see how intelligent I am. Okay, so what is a curse? It's a Solomon utter intended to invoke a supernatural power to inflict harm or punishment on someone or something. Okay, also a curse is an offensive word or phrase used to express anger or annoyance. Okay, this is why spiritualists use. Now, let me tell you something. If a spiritualist is lying to you and telling you that curses don't exist, it's probably because they want your money. And they don't want to actually give you the proper help to get rid of the curse or to rid yourself. And you're going to have to do a ritual. You're going to have to use fire. It's just all it is to it. So, you know, I don't believe in lying to people or misleading them just because, you know, you want to be in competition with somebody else. Look, you know, us spiritualists are going to have to stop doing that. Give people the correct information. I've heard, and I'm not going to get into it with this person. I'm not going to get into it with this person. I think that this person is well intended at most of the time. But I think that some of it is to throw blockages and blockbust other spiritualists. Because there's a lot of women out there and men that have either the Jezebel or a succubus or something. And that's very dangerous for you to play around with people's spiritual energy and their money if you're not doing anything to help them. So you just want to get them on some kind of payment plan so that they can pay you money every month and for you to for them to not actually benefit. You know, that's not what we do as witches. We don't convince our client that it's working if it's not working. And then also you don't tell 30 and 40 and 50 and 60-year-old women that no one will ever love them. If somebody lies to you like that, it's because they want to take advantage of the hex that you're under. They want to suck and vampire off of you. Now, I'm going to end up exposing this person for the vampire that they are. And I'm going to come back in a little bit, probably right after this one, and we're going to answer the question. Do vampires really exist? Because they would rather you to be cursed. Look, if somebody says, I'm going to remove a curse from you, and they give you a price, and somebody else says, there's no curse on you, they are trying to take advantage of the curse that you're under. They don't want to give you a solution. They want to sit up there and take 29 million years to tell you about your issue and your problem, when in reality, they don't know. Some people don't have access to that. Everybody is not a psychic or a medium. Just because they play with Ouija boards and machines don't mean that they're an actual psychic medium. Okay? Some of these people that you seeing on here that got a bunch of viewers and stuff, they fakes. The real people is telling you the truth and helping people every day. So I would rather you go to somebody real than somebody that's faking you. That's a fraud. That most people, 80% of this globe is cursed with something. And a lot of times it's something generational that'll come through the family, or either something that some person done put off on you. And you got the right to defy the odds of what they're trying to do. Oh, this person is, they not all that, and people will try to lower your worth. So don't believe no spiritualist that tells you that a curse is not real, because that's a lie. Okay. And then also to try to blame the curse and say that it's your fault is even worse. Oh, if you're paranoid about, no, nobody's paranoid. We know exactly what's going on. And these type of spiritualists are the type of people that will put a black widow curse on you and everybody else. They the ones that's doing it and trying to treat everybody else as if we're some puppet for y'all. And they are not at the top. They lower than what you think. They lower than most of you. They even lower than you are. Appearances is nothing. How somebody dresses, it just means that they spent their money on clothes is what that means. Okay, but I've met millionaires and shake their hands and they were wearing beach bum clothes. I used to work for a guy in Kansas City. He owned an apartment building and I worked as the manager of his apartment building. He was a millionaire. How did I know? Because I looked at his books. Okay, I was the manager of the apartment. I knew exactly how much money he owned, one apartment building, and he was a millionaire. So, there's some people that can front, and if you don't have the power to remove a curse, because they'll make excuses. Oh, well, I remove the curse from you and you're just lower vibrational and when you remove a curse from somebody, they're going to know it. And there's several elements to curse removals that a lot of these practitioners don't know. Which is why most other spiritualists can see that there's actually a very bad hex on them and their children and their family, but they don't see it because they choose to be in denial or they don't care. Please do not think that people are better off than somebody just because they got this and they got that. That ain't always necessary to people that got the power. Most of the time, a witch, you're going to find her either single or living alone. If she lives with somebody, he's going to have to be on the same page. But it is very, very, very common for witches to be loners. And they're not worried about silly little things like society and fitting into it. Okay, so you're going to spot a real practitioner. And so this is where it's dangerous because you got to know how to remove a curse. It's not just lighting a curse removal candle. You got to know who to talk to. You got to know what to say to the demon, the entity that's holding the curse. And you got to have the power to dissolve the curse and to free souls. And everybody is not given that privy. Do you understand me? Everybody is not given that. And they hate on those that were given that. And trust me, because I'm an authentic spiritualist, that's why I've got so many people against me. Okay? So I'm the most hated spiritualist on YouTube. Okay? Because I done seen some of these people hanging out with some of the most disgusting people ever. And they sitting up there fronting as if they are good people, or as if they're just using you. No, there's no curse on you, I swear. They know that it's a curse on you, and they're going to feed off of that curse forever, for the rest of your life. Some of these spiritualists are not good. Okay? And you've been warned about them before. And the things that, take everything they say with a grain of salt. Look, you're just not a person that's good at removing hexes. Just tell the truth. You don't want to deal with it. You don't want to deal with removing no hex. I just removed one yesterday from someone. I just removed one yesterday from myself. Hasn't fully manifested yet. Hell, I just lit the candles yesterday. So folks is trying to hurry up and rush in and try to, because everybody know that everybody getting ready to get their income tax deposits in 2 days. And everybody want to try to hustle and try to discredit other people, watching other people, knowing that y'all watching the same people. And that's called blockbusting. Because I'll tell you this, you speak out against a witch and come against a real witch, you come on there talking about curses ain't real. And then next week you'll be coming on there talking about damn well curses are real. Okay? So, I get angry when people take advantage of those that are ignorant, that don't know. And their ignorance is going to be your downfall. I have had people come to me and say, I paid this person thousands of dollars and it still didn't do nothing because they didn't know what they were doing. They're not actually connected to the spirit realm. They wouldn't even be able to handle it. If they were, it would be a very scary experience for them. And I'm sorry, somebody, are you a scientist, or are you a spiritualist, or are you a witch? Which one is it? Somebody got to say something. And y'all probably know who I'm talking about. I'm not going to call that person's name. But what are you? Are you a scientist? Because, yeah, we know, but, of course it's science. Of course. Of course it's science. Yeah. We know that. We know that. But we also know that there are people, you can't just say that because you don't know or have the same information as another spiritualist, or probably because you didn't think of the same idea. Which I've noticed quite a few of these spiritualists stealing my ideas. Okay? Which is fine. Most witches or spiritualists have their own oils, bath salts, candles, certain things that they make for people, boxes, mojo bags. I'm going to start selling mojo bags very soon. But if I start selling a mojo bag and then 2 days later another spiritualist making videos talking about, oh, mojo bags don't do anything, everything comes from your mind, but everybody ain't mastered their mind, and they need to pay their bills now. So yeah, you can get classes. And please stop getting these cookie cutter classes, guys. Get the individual courses. I give individual classes in the craft. And my stuff works because I manifested over 100 grand last year. And I don't have a husband. So what they tell you? I don't have a husband. I don't have a father either. So who does that speak to? Some spoiled little rich girl that ain't never lived? Huh? Somebody that literally had the silver spoon handed to them, but didn't really have any deeper meaning, is basically what that is. Very shallow. So all of the hex removals that I do are personally, they are personally done by me. They are created by me, not anyone else. Okay. And a lot of these people, you know, it's okay to have people on a payment plan because we know that there's a lot of people that get disability and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But you know, those I have clients that are on disability, absolutely. But I also have clients that are working, have their own businesses, and they are also spiritualists themselves. So I know exactly what I'm talking about. Now, I just removed my Black Widow curse from me yesterday. Okay. This is an enchantment that was put on me when I was a baby. Before I was even born, it was put on me. And many of you have it as well. It's just called Black Widow hex removal. Okay. If somebody tells you that they are going to do work for you and you guys have saw my reviews, then I don't want you guys going somewhere else and saying, oh, well, that, you know, that person is BS and I can go to this person cheaper. You know what? You get what you pay for. Some of spiritualists that just will just send me $100 and we'll, you know. Now, if you're on a payment plan, I always discuss my payment plans with my clients. But I don't have you on no 10-year lifetime payment plan as what you would be on with some of these other people. So that's why they want to say that there's no curse. It's just your vibrations low. How did the vibrations get lower then? If there's no curse, what's causing the vibrations to go lower? Ms. Expert. You're not an expert. Okay. You don't have to be afraid of a curse. If you don't have the money to pay for the curse removal, just be grateful that you have the information and that you can get it later. Now, my clients always seem to have the money. They do. They always have the money up front. What do you know? Most of the time. And they don't have to keep coming back to me over and over again and following me around like I'm Jesus or somebody. No, nobody got to do all that. Go live your life and go be great. That's what I tell my clients. And I do take apprentices. You want independence and freedom? And, you know, they'll try to make independence and freedom look harder by launching campaigns against you. Trust me, as a single mom, as a married mom, as a widow mom, whatever you are strong. That's the point. It's not to make somebody else feel weaker or to make somebody feel less. And that's what a lot of these people will try to do to you. Oh, well, that's just a low vibration and you just got to raise. You can't get rid of no curse by raising your vibrations. Unless you're doing a ritual. You got to have elements. You got to have the elements. You got to have earth, air, fire, water, and spirit. You can't, I practice. I don't just put a bunch of stuff on a table and light candles. I work with the elements. Okay. That is what's real. Okay. That is what's real. Hey, Daniel. Okay. And there's some people that are not traditional witches. They're not. And, you know, I don't know what they are. You know, they something else is what they are. But I can promise you that you're going to listen to that crap. And then in a couple of months, you're going to go, the hell with this. Because no matter how many times you raise up your vibration, that damn thing going to keep coming for you. You have to tell the spirit to go. You have to break the contract. And then, yes, you do need to work on self once it's gone. But then again, are you feeling the difference? Like when I do work for my clients, they always come back and tell me the difference. I wouldn't trust the spiritualist that says that a curse isn't real. I got people from all walks of life. I am global. I have clients in Africa, Singapore, India, Malaysia, Egypt. I got an Egyptian client. Do you understand me? The UK, the Netherlands, New Zealand. They come from all over. And nobody, as long as we got people running around here trying to interfere, I'm telling y'all that if a spiritualist tells you that spiritualist is very vampiric. Your hex is like a wound. It's a wound. And guess what? That wound, it can't heal. It just keeps developing a scab. And a person that would tell you that is somebody that wants to feed off of that scab. Do you understand me? Because they'll feed off of it, off of your misfortune. There's very evil vampiric people out there like that. And you can tell because they just don't care. They don't care about who they hurt. They don't care. And they're thieves. Thieves is what they are. They steal. They siphon energy spiritually from people is what they do. They have minions and stuff that go out for them and do this dirty work for them too. I've just fell victim to it. Which, I saw it coming. I have a tendency to use men for what I need to use them for. Okay. So, that I am. And, that's not a good feeling but, that's what it is in life. Sometimes it's meant for people to be in your life for a long time. And sometimes it's meant for them to come in and go right back on out. Just the reality of it. But at the end of the day, everything that I've told you has been 100% truth. I ain't never said that I wasn't prone to make mistakes. Hell, somebody had hoodooed me like last month in January. And that was an experienced practitioner too. That wasn't just some guy that decided to turn on his computer and start harassing me. That was a witch that did that. So I've got witches that are very enamored by me. They want to play with me and toy with me. Okay. But I'm the boss over here. And I will always be that. I'm not going to let no other woman boss me. I don't even let my own mom do that. So, and I've already, a lot of my witchy training came from life. Came from life and from being initiated into the game of life. So, get some of this hot foot powder right here. And, I get spirits off of people all the time. Ask them. They do well in life. And so am I. I'm doing well in life too. Okay. If I started out with just everything, then what the hell would I need to work for? So a lot of people will say, well, you ain't got this and you ain't got that. So there's a lot of spiritualists that try to say, oh, well, she hasn't bought a house yet and she doesn't have this and that. And that means that she can't do a spell for you. Huh? Make that make sense to me. So, and what they do is they try to send distractions. So, remember today I told you guys when you do your money work, because everybody doing money work today, because I said do money work. So the first thing they want to do is be in opposition of me when they themselves need to come to me and get a hex removal. So a lot of women out there with that black spirit on them. Some even blacker. Some got multiple. Some got multiple spirits on them. And they're using you possibly to feed those spirits instead of just getting a damn thing of crackers and some milk or some wine and sitting it out. We don't work like that over here. We don't. And so, I just want y'all to be careful with the information that you get out here, because there'll be they'll come on here and 1 week they'll say, oh, a curse doesn't exist, and then a month later when they launching their own stuff, you know, oh, I got this that'll remove a curse from you, you know. And see, people are scandalous like that. And you can tell that they're trying to, and you know, the cards will tell you who you're. Guys, I'm going to do the enemy readings. Sometimes people can be your enemy and not even know it. I'm going to get those done. You guys voted, and you guys voted for me to do the who's your enemy readings. So I'm going to sit here and put all this energy into doing that is what I'm going to do, because all of a sudden I feel very energized and I just feel like I need to, you know, get some stuff done. Okay, probably because I'm sending back all this energy. Women, you especially have to be careful on Mondays. I knew exactly who was coming for me today. I threw the cards. They confirmed it along with the moon card as well. I was like, hot damn, I couldn't believe it. Some people want to work as less as possible. So what they'll do is they'll do very vampiric things. They'll do very vampiric things, okay? And that's what they want to do. They want to vampire off of your curse. What do you think a lot of these people out in social media were doing to me the last 3 or 4 years? They actually talked to my family, and you could see the curse all over us. Now, you know, if you choose to not take the curse removal, then that's on you. If you choose to live within that curse, if you have a generational curse on you and you get it taken off of you, it is gone. It is done. Okay. And your spiritualist should be confident, because the spirits have given them signs, and my spirits will tell me if more work is needed, and I will tell you, which is not too often, because, you know, with my spirits likes to do things in quantity. So this is why I have had upwards. I've had thousands of clients since I've started. I've had a little over 1,000. I think if I were to add it up, 1,000, probably over 1,000 different clients, either getting readings or either getting, you know, and that's a lot. You know, and I've had clients I didn't even know about either. There are some people that are feeding off of you, and it's just the reality of it. And they feed off of others. You know, evidently their creativity is blocked because they can't figure out what they need to say creatively. So what they have to do is try to discredit another practitioner. Okay, and so this is what I want to say about that. Y'all just be careful with that. Because there's a lot of people, they'll see you coming to them and you just a sheep. They'll see the curses on you and you just a sheep for them to do whatever they want to do to you. You like clay for them to mold you into whatever they want. Okay. And the next thing you know, you're just covering up your problem with makeup, with lots and lots of makeup. You know, usually these are the type of people that look totally different without all the makeup on. Totally different person. So that's somebody that got 2 faces, and they done showed you they 2 faces. Okay. If y'all want some real work, y'all know where to reach me, because I don't mind getting dirty. Okay. I'm a nature girl. I love to go fishing. I don't have nobody put the worm on my hook. I put the worm on my hook myself. Okay. I walk around in some dirt and sit down in the grass and stuff. That is who I am. I am a spiritualist. I am an authentic spiritualist. Okay. So I'll see y'all later. Okay. Link to the website is below. Love and light.